Hello everyone, I'm Müge from Dopinger. Today I will talk about indexing, which is the fourth topic of our Google Search Console tutorial series. I will introduce the features under the indexing heading you see in the left menu. We will look into Google page indexing errors and reports. Navigate to the property for which you want to access indexing reports. So let's look at Google Search Console. When you click on the Pages button, you will reach your index reports. You can see your indexed and not indexed pages on your website and access scope errors. When you click on them, you can change the chart and see the change in the specific time period. If you click the Impressions button, you can also get the data. In the upper left, you can filter which pages you want to see. For example, all known pages, all submitted and unsubmitted pages, or you can filter according to your specific sitemap and get data according to the pages in those sitemaps. Let's go through all known pages. Click on the button below the graph to access data about your indexed pages. You can examine indexed pages under the graph on that page. Scroll down to the bottom of the chart on the previous page to get the scope errors. You can see the reasons for the errors in the reason column. For example, alternate page with proper canonical tag error. You can reach how many of your pages are affected by these errors from the data under the pages column. Click on errors to get into it and review your affected pages. When you go down to the bottom, you reach the pages. As in all other pages, you can print the pages affected by the errors by clicking the Export button in the upper right corner, and then you can go to the solution by making an action plan. You can export as Google Sheets, Excel spreadsheet, or CSV. After fixing the errors, you can send a request to Google to scan the affected pages again by pressing the Validate Fix button from this section. You can perform the same action for all errors. These errors can be critical or insignificant errors. If you do not know anything about this, you can consider getting help from an SEO consultant. If your website has embedded videos, the Videos page button appears under the indexing section. On this page, you can see your indexed or not indexed videos and find errors to fix. Let's move on to the sitemap. This part is also a very important one in terms of your SEO performance. Why should you add your sitemap to console? The sole purpose of your website is to be found by search engines, right? Search engines will crawl your website to collect the data and information they need from your web page, index it, and store the information. You must include sitemaps if you want to aid them in this process and get found by search engines. Search engines can understand what pages you believe are important to your website and how they relate to one another by looking at your sitemap. They not only assist search engines in finding your web page, but they also aid them in determining which pages should be crawled and indexed first. That's why you should send your sitemap to Google via Google Search Console. To do this, click on the Sitemaps button. Enter the URL of your sitemap in this field and click Submit. It may take some time for Google to process. Then check the status section. If you see success when you check the status of your sitemap, then it means Google successfully indexed your sitemap URL. When there is an error, it will show in the status section. Click on your sitemap with the error and find out what the problem is. The Search Console will give you the source of the error in detail. When you fix it, you will see that the sitemap is updated as success. You can review your pages and video pages on the map by clicking on the three dots next to the sitemap. The last feature of the indexing part, removals. This is the part that you forward to Google the pages you want to remove from the index. It is a step that should not be done without being sure, because when you remove a page that receives traffic in this section, you may see a decrease in your performance. Be careful not to send pages you don't want to remove. Let me briefly explain this part. Go to Removals page. Click the red button called New Requests. In this section, you will see the temporarily remove URL and clear cached URL options. Temporarily removal means you want to remove it from search results for 6 months. Cache clearing requests to keep the page on results, but to delete the cached versions. Usually, temporarily remove URL is recommended. Enter the URL you want to remove. Select remove this page only or remove all URLs with this prefix according to your demand. And say next. Finally, confirm and you will have forwarded your request. This page will be removed from the index and will not appear in the search results. You can then withdraw the request by clicking the 3 dots to the right of the removed URL and say cancel the request. So this is the indexing part in the Google Search Console. I recommend that you check the indexing reports frequently, and if there is an error, fix it and send it to Google again. Thank you for watching. I hope it was helpful. See you in the next video.